Welcome back, viewers. Guess what? It was another shambles. Let me show you just how bad the team done. I missed the deadline. So seeing City's lineup was not the prettiest sight. The Norwegian superstar was nowhere to be seen. Even Foden was benched again. I was very grateful for the Cancelo points. So you may be wondering, who did I have as vice-captain? Surely not the one-pointer Kane? Well, I of course had the vice-captain banned on that useless Kane. Amazing, I've skippered Kane on his very few blanks this year. I was surprised that Spurs scored 3 and Son and Kane had no involvement. Really didn't get much go my way this week. However, Trippier again produced a haul and my Palace assets really came alive. The Palace defense kept a lovely clean sheet and Edward came through again. On to the late kickoff, and well, that's all to report in this game. Saka and Martinelli really needed to come through for me, to save this game week. It looked super promising after Saka assisted Martinelli inside the opening 10 minutes. However, Saka was injured early and his replacement managed a huge haul to pile the misery on. The game finished 5-0, so I had the right play in doubling up on the attack, just again rather unfortunate. Let me show you my game week 15 differentials, starting with the defenders. Shaw appears for the first time this season. United have looked much improved in defense. Also, watching the games, you can see that their full backs have plenty of license to join the attack in the final third. Castange next. I'm still surprised he's a differential. I had him here over 5 game weeks ago, and he's gone on to produce the most points of any defender. His stats look just as good as any defender currently, and playing against Everton and Hammers there could defo be a haul in there. Dunk has 2 good fixtures and has been good for bonus points this season. He's a nice safe option for these last 2 weeks before the World Cup. For midfielders, I've gone with Barnes as my top pick. He quietly has been returning good points and he plays 2 sides that currently look weaker on his side. I really like this Everton fixture as against Coleman. I could see him having a field day. Ben Rama is another excellent choice. Played a lot more minutes recently and has also taken quite a few set pieces, including a penalty. Hammers have 2 home games, so at his 5.6 million price tag, he could be a bargain differential waiting to happen. Now Somerville is a cheeky punt differential. If Leeds still have injuries, he could start another game and in his fine form. Playing Bournemouth at home could be one of those fixtures where we see an unexpected double-digit haul from a 4.4 million player. It definitely has the high risk-reward factor to it. The forwards could be interesting this week with Haaland's injury status still hanging in the air. I managed to correctly predict Wilson last week as my top pick. I think Alvarez is primed to have a similar breakout game. If Haaland is indeed missing again, then I think Alvarez becomes essential. Playing Fulham at home could be the best fixture for an attacker at the moment, and playing central striker in that City team will always provide opportunities for big hauls. Also, Tony is suspended, so Solanke seems a safe option for a replacement if you can't afford Wilson. He has Leeds and Everton, so nice fixtures, plus will be on penalties playing 90 minutes. Now Taiwo is a cheeky punt. I rather stumbled on his stats and was alarmed how high they were. Forest have reasonable fixtures with home games against Brentford and Palace. Both tend to concede chances, so for a very big differential he could be your man. Here's how the team is shaping up this week. I have double Palace defense again. I have to be honest, I would rather I didn't. But as you will see later, I have much more pressing matters to improve. Cancelo and Trippier look solid options this week. Midfield looks a little more suspect this week. This part of the team has been a real letdown since we've bought each of these new additions in. Foden has been benched 2 consecutive games. Saka went off injured and seems to have a knock that could potentially restrict his minutes. Then there is Son. Just when I like the fixtures, he's now injured for the long term. I hope he recovers well for the World Cup. But he looks to me as a top priority to fix this week. Forwards also have injuries and flags. Haaland looks very iffy on his status. So I might be looking to take a hit this week to bring Alvarez in for him and potentially upgrade Son to Salah. Kane losing Son will be a huge impact as Spurs are already without Richarlison and Kulu. Edward also has a flag, so I will need to upgrade this bench. I don't mind Williams if he starts, but it's more a roll of the dice if he does. The rest I don't like. Ideally I would like to upgrade one of these this week, however my plans have changed since the injuries to Haaland and Son. Let me show you the plans I'm leaning towards. I'm hoping Haaland is fit enough to play and captain. Then I will take Son out for Rashford. I did think about Trossard here as well. I quite like both and I still might be tempted if Welbeck is out to get Trossard in. I also thought about downgrading Haaland to Wilson or Alvarez, then upgrading Son to De Bruyne or Salah. If I'm honest, I will be doing some polls over on Twitter and TikTok, so hopefully you can all help me solve the problems I have currently. Also, with the Rashford move, I will look to upgrade one of the 4 million budget defenders to Trent in the last week before the World Cup. He has a very high predicted score this week, so I think this is the best upgrade I can do. Well, I hope I've helped you get ready for this game week. Let's all hope it goes better than this last one. If you have liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's free and really helps for content. As always, I wish you the best for the weekend. Until the next episode, thanks for watching and goodbye.